As usual, we start in a parking lot. In this case, we're starting in the Animal Kingdom parking lot. We're only in Animal Kingdom for half the day today. It's worth it to get here early because we want to ride the Pandora ride, the Avatar Flight of Passage, which is a spectacular ride, but the wait time will be, well, what is it, a weekend? Probably 3 hours all day long. So we get here early, run for that particular ride, and then we'll hit the other rides afterwards. We don't have any fast passes here. All our fast passes are for another park later. We just couldn't get any good ones by the time we were doing it, and we had no chance of getting a Flight of Passage fast pass. So we have to be here early to run to that. We're also gonna do the safaris like we usually do. I'm hoping that we can see the baby giraffe. They have a couple, well, there's a couple of baby giraffes that they have out. Hopefully we'll be able to see that. And we're also gonna ride Expedition Everest, which is a roller coaster that we both enjoy. That's no big deal because they have a single rider line. So it's not too hard to get in there as a single rider.
We're here about an hour early, and they had just opened up some new areas, and we are right here at the front. Josh is discussing how to get to Avatar Flight of Passage with some people behind us who've never done it before. I mean, here's the entrance, and
you can't run, but you can fast walk to attractions, and that's what we're doing. We were one of the first people in line, by luck actually, and now we're one of the first people in the park. So we are booking it to Avatar Flight of Passage, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna be on one of those first ride vehicles, I swear. We made it, one of the first people in line. We did a little bit of running and not just fast walking till we got to the end, and they told us not to do that. But we were in a marathon with other people. And it's not so bad to run here, especially if you're from Denver, because this is where they keep all the oxygen. So it didn't take me too long to catch my breath, and now we're fast walking again through the line.
this couple in front of us are staying in the same Airbnb that we are, and we just completely by chance ran into them this morning. We only met them last night as we were both arriving at the same time, and now we're on Avatar Flight of Passage at the same time. What are the odds of that?
Definitely on one of the first ride vehicles of the day. As always, very spectacular. I think we're heading to the safaris now, so we can see the giraffes, but hopefully the baby giraffes. And then the Expedition Everest after that, maybe reverse order depending on what the wait times are like. But we're on our way. They let us into Flight of Passage early, and we got in early, and the rest of the park isn't open yet, so we have to wait here to get into the rest of the park. Only about 5 more minutes, but it's not even 9 o'clock yet when the park traditionally opens. But they will open Pandora early. If you look behind me, we're almost in an entirely other land. If you look behind me, this is where the line turns to go back towards the Flight of Passage ride. So it's coming all the way from the other side, comes out along this very long bridge, and then turns here to go all the way back to make it to the ride. So the ride time probably right now is 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours all day long on a busy day. We've never seen it less than 100 minutes, and that's when it was rainy and towards the end of the night several months ago. It's still worth it. It's spectacular, but unless you want to wait 3 hours in line, I suggest getting to the park early, because they will open that land before all the other lands and let people into it because it's so popular.
These guys are very talented, but I hate samba whistles. It's the tree of life, and it's over there. Animals carved into the trunk. It's not a real tree. No, it's not. We went to the safaris, but the line was pretty backed up. Huge crowd of people. So we decided to come to Expedition Everest. We'll see what the standby line is, and maybe do that together. But if not, we'll do the single rider line, which is great advantage of doing this ride. There's a bar over here that's not open right now, but they do have some good sort of stylized drinks for the park. And over here to my right, that's where they do the Rivers of Light show at night. We saw it once. We weren't hugely impressed. It's worth seeing if you've never seen it, but I thought it was okay. In any case, Expedition Everest is next. Maybe we'll see a Yeti, or a Sasquatch, or a Bigfoot, or one of those kinds of things.
One of the nice things about going through the standby line is you get to experience all of the theming that they have that you completely bypass in the single rider line. You see behind me, they have all these tales of the Bigfoot and different adventures. Then there's the mystery of the lost expedition over here behind me. They do a lot to theme these, so it seems like rather than just a ride, it's a whole experience. There's a broken track up ahead. Oh, and there's an eagle. I don't think I've seen that before. See that eagle? Oh, there it is again. Slowly floating up and down like it's levitating. Physics.
Physics be damned.
Oh, people throw hair ties here for some reason. I don't get that. I think it's just junk. It does seem cleaner than usual. Uh-oh, here we go backwards. In the dark. With a lot of G-force. Oh, I love that part so much. You should see this part before you get to the broken track area, right? Because you don't come up to a broken track anywhere else. So maybe there's another train on the mountain? I find that difficult to believe. Little feet. And that was Expedition Everest. Ah, that is super awesome.
Oh, you gotta watch the classic.
I like this a lot.
You like the classic better.
I don't know. I like the reference to Disney history that's in town.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I watched the first 2 episodes and it was alright.
Attention Expedition Everest team members. Once on board, secure all gear in the cargo bag in front of you. For your safety, remain seated with your hands arms, feet, and legs inside.
Single rider line is not open yet because the standby line is not that long, so we're doing it again. But I wanted to show you this really cool backpack that the people in front of us had, and they're in the same car as us too. It's a DuckTales backpack. It's an older DuckTales, not the new one, but the classic DuckTales from the 90s. They got it at loungefly.com. This is not a paid advertisement. It's a reminder for me to go check loungefly.com for Disney merchandise. We're heading into Dino Land so that we can get some character meet and greets with Launchpad McDuck, or Launchpad McQuack, excuse me, and Scrooge McDuck. So I have to find them here. They're relatively new character meet and greets, but I've always loved them since the old DuckTales, as we discussed before. I'm really looking forward to seeing them and getting pictures with them. They also have Chip and Dale in dinosaur outfits. And the whole idea is that Donald Duck realized that birds are descendant from dinosaurs and decided that he obviously was also descendant from a dinosaur, and now he took over Dino Land, and so did some of his pals.
All of this is Donald Duck, and there he comes down the way. Mr. Donald Duck. He's heading to his meet and greet, which is a really long one, and we've got plenty of pictures with Donald, so we're not going to wait, but he definitely looks like the mayor of Dino Land, USA. We love you, Donald! Bye, Donald! Yay! We came to have lunch at the Satuli Canteen, which is in Pandora. You can see over there. We both got the bowls. We both got shrimp bowls. They have chicken, shrimp, or steak. And I think there's a vegetarian option as well. So we both got the bowls. Josh got the shrimp, and he got the beans and rice base, and a creamy herb sauce. This is a caramel vanilla cold coffee. That over there is the blueberry blueberry mousse. This is the chocolate cake. On top of that is a banana flavored mousse, which is really good with the chocolate. This is the other sauce, which is the onion chimichurri. That goes with mine. I got the noodles as my base, shrimp also, and a soda. I like doing sodas at sit-down restaurants because they're usually all you can drink or refillable. So we'll get a few while we're here to up our caffeine levels. I wanted to give a closer look at these. So even though it says chocolate cake, it's really more of a chocolate mousse. There's this sort of cakey outside, and I think those are pineapples, I think. It doesn't actually taste very pineapple. Little chocolate piece that comes with it, and that's the banana mousse part. I like to mix it together. And over here, it's the blueberry mousse, kind of got that outer shell. And then this is I think a mango topping?
I think so.
I forget what the white stuff on the top is. So that green piece is another piece of chocolate.
Just take it.
They have guys wandering around in mech suits in Pandora.
But the main thing that you're really good at, and I'm really proud of you for this, it's my favorite thing you've ever done in the suit, that's this cup holder here. Now, the cup holder is only good as the cup of water you have in it, which means it's pretty much just a lawnmower in there, you know? But that's okay. Now, oh, so real. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, that's the 37th time I've hospitalized today. Okay. Protect my feelings, Hot Rod.
A little bit more. Now do absolutely nothing.
I can't, it's not stopping.
Counterbalance, lean the other direction, kind of counter with
Okay,
it.
now the kids are laughing at me.
Come on, just lean with it, rock with it, keep on going with it.
Look, I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Okay, okay.
All right. At any point, I can't. At any point, hey, Hot Rod,
Come on, all right.
you're really gonna,
I I got you, Goose.
This thing has a mind of its own, I'm telling you, which is great because I've lost mine at this point. Okay. Anytime, jump in here, Hot Rod.
Bam. Right there, right there. Thank you.
There we go. There we go. That was slightly embarrassing, and hopefully that doesn't show up on any social media platforms because I like my job.
Probably leave it right there.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. I don't want to face another wall.
Dexter.
Come back in. Come back in.
Now, while you're filling back into that space there, travelers, I want to go back to a point that I was making earlier when I said that this thing travels at upwards of 55 miles an hour, and how that is unfortunately not faster than anything here, because everything here is faster than that. Which means that instead of trying to outrun those things, I just outrun whoever I'm with.
I like waterfalls. The sun has come out with a vengeance today. It's been very overcast most of this trip. And it'll go back behind the clouds because there's more clouds in the sky than not. It's coming off the flying islands into the waters with strange plants down below. More floating islands back there. This one continues. This exhibit has red kangaroos, lappet-faced vultures. The vultures are over there. You can actually see those. And there's a sign for the flamingos, which are all over here. Lesser flamingos, is what they're called. That's pretty cool. There are kangaroos back there, but the only one we could see was just laying down a second ago, so I don't think you're going to be able to see him, but there was one all the way in the back earlier. And not part of the exhibit are these little lizards that are everywhere in Florida. Hi, little lizard. You enjoying your day at the park? Angles, and there are the kangaroos over there. There's a kangaroo butt, and then a couple of kangaroos just laying down. And what looks like a stork, although I haven't seen any of the cards for them yet, or the descriptors. There you go, big kangaroo butt right there. I was right, they are storks. White storks, to be precise. Here we have lemurs, ring-tailed lemurs, and collared lemurs. And I see some, I can see the ring-tailed over here. Wow. They're so cute. Doing some kind of cuddly spoony thing, front to back. That's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Came around the corner and there's the other lemurs. I'm not sure if you can see that well enough. His head was just up. Looks like there's a couple of them and looks like they're also cuddling. Maybe it's their sleepy time. Hi, lemurs. Crested porcupine. And there, at least one. I think there's a couple over there. There might be as many as 3. Sleeping in the back. Aw, cute little porcupines. I wish they were out running around. I love animals. Sleeping animals are adorable too. Sleep well, porcupines. Oh wow, look at that. We have Pocahontas and Miko over there. They were about to leave and aren't going to come back for a couple of hours, so we didn't want to stay, but I wanted to get some video of them. We do have a picture with Pocahontas that we've had before. I've never seen her in her winter outfit though. And I've never seen Miko. That's pretty neat. That's awesome. We are going to go watch the Great Bird Adventure. They had a previous bird show that we've seen before, but we haven't seen it now that it's been Up themed.
you so much, Katie. Yeah, this is Groucho, our yellow-naped Amazon parrot. And Groucho, you know, first things first, can you give everybody a quick hello? Hello? Hello!
I love this funny parrot. Groucho makes me laugh every time.
And Groucho lived in a home for a while, picked up the sounds he heard around him, has learned to show it off in a very incredible way. All right, are you ready to show off a little bit? You ready? Hello! We did that part. How about the next one? You ready? There we go.
Wow.
Species list. But then through conservation efforts, all of us came together to help the populations recover. And I'm happy to say the bald eagle is no longer an endangered species.
Wow! We can make a difference.
That's right, you know, if we all make a conscious effort to protect our environment and all the creatures we share it with, we can all make a very big difference.
Thank you, Hope. Now, I'd like to introduce my favorite feathered friend, the peacock. In ancient mythology from India, a story is told that once the tail feathers of Lord Peach were dull. But in gratitude for the more protection of the people, the peacock was given his beautiful iridescent feathers. So now, during the season of Diwali, the peacock is a reminder to all of us to shed our past and to embrace the renewal and hope of the coming year. I call this beautiful creature Nabil, which is a very noble name. Not only is peacock Moor in Hindi, but Moor is also the name of my wilderness explorer's lunch.
What a beautiful birdie! A very, very beautiful birdie.
Wow, this has been a great bird adventure.
Well, Russell, did you realize there's literally thousands and thousands of bird species all over the world? So you don't have to go that far to find them. Many live in your own backyard or even in a park back home.
Yes, so whether it's a Kevin bird or an eagle, an owl, or a peacock, you'll discover birds and other animals with incredible stories. And discovering their story is just the beginning of your adventure. Hey, Russell, smile. For you. Now go explore.
Wow! A new camera! Thanks!
Hey Russell, check out that Toko toucan up on the post over
That's
there.
a cool bird!
Yeah, and we have this little living Stinsteraka.
Hands up, you've got a new friend, Russell.
They really like me!
Oh, sure does.
I too can run around like the birdies.
Now look who's flying like a bird.
Hey! Adventure is out there!
Oh, so many birdies. I love them all.
Thanks for showing us so many birds!
Our pleasure.
Glad you could all visit our feathered friends here.
Like the fireworks of Diwali, birds in flight can be hope for the new year. Nature and all of its wonderful creatures are all around. All we have to do is look up. Right, Russell?
That's right. Oh yeah! The wilderness must be explored!
Ah, now let's go and have a wonderful next adventure. Namaste. Bye.
Not only is it incredibly dangerous to them, it's also yeah, some places do. I fortunately never had to work in a facility where that's happened, so. Oh.
A couple of different owls. They didn't introduce them.
Oh, those are definitely scarlets. And if there's one earlier that's both evenly, then there's trouble. Like albatross.
A closer view of the eagle. Those are majestic birds and they're so huge.
Yeah, right on the end of your fingertips.
Oh, look at those talons. Eater. My gosh. That is a giant anteater. Looks like he's settling in. Oh, no, I guess not. Incredible. Noticed this as we were coming in because we were trying as hard as we could to get to the front of the line, but they have a giant Christmas tree here too. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I'm done. Real good.
It's right at the entrance,
Get them up as long as I can.
right across from the ticket booths.
Thank you.
We're gonna get in line, see if we can get a picture with it. An official picture with it. There it is. Here's some closer detail of the tree. There's lights in it, of course it's light out like right now, so you can't see it, but I like the very simple decorations. Nothing extravagant or ostentatious. Things like baskets, like that lion face there. Pretty neat.
We are ending our day in Animal Kingdom. We didn't ride the safaris because the line was too long, and we've done it every time we've been here, so we'll catch it next time. We did a few of the shows, rode Expedition Everest a number of times, had a good time. Now we are on our way to another park for the rest of the evening. Thanks for hanging in there.